Welcome, I'm filming the Samsung Galaxy M52, and today I will show you how to go through the setup of the device. And when you put it up for the first time, you will be presented with this screen right over here. So to get started, simply press on the blue button there and find your desired language. Select next, and this will take you to the connect to mobile network page, which basically means insert a SIM card or connect to Wi-Fi, either one of those. I won't be actually connecting to any of those, so I'm not inserting a SIM card, and later on when it asks me to, there we go, for Wi-Fi, I'm also going to skip this. Now, by doing it the same way I will lose the ability to log into the Google account throughout the setup. Later on, after the setup is complete, I can connect through to Wi-Fi and then to Google account by going to settings. It just won't be provided as neatly as it is here. And additionally, date and time won't be set automatically. So anyway, I'm going to skip this right now, and this brings us to the copy apps and the data, which allows you to basically move over data from your old device to this one. Now this is using their proprietary application, I believe. So I don't remember exactly how it's called. It's Samsung's version of like phone clone or some other alternatives that basically every manufacturer nowadays has their own. So what you would need to do is simply download that application on your old device and then go through the pairing process, which is fairly intuitively shown to you throughout the application, how to connect those, and later on you basically select what you want to copy. But I'm setting it up as new, so I'm going to select don't copy, which brings me, like I mentioned, to the not automatic date and time. So right here it's incorrect, but actually I won't bother changing it. I'll just keep it as it is, which is incorrect, and later on, once I would connect to Wi-Fi or pop in a SIM card, it would change out to be automatically set and the time would be fixed. That's why I won't bother fixing it up right now. And then we are moving to the next page, which is Google Services. So we have location, scanning, and sending user and diagnostic data. Now the two first ones are fine, I would say. Location allows applications like Google Maps to basically get your location on the map correctly. It's basically GPS tracking. And then scanning allows the device to scan for like Wi-Fi networks and Bluetooth devices and so on. While send user and diagnostic data means Google spies on you and then sends the information to themselves. So that's creepy, so I'll say no thanks and go to the next page. Now I'll mention disabling this thing. I have no idea how much it does. I'm pretty sure Google still gathers data on you, but without your permission now. So anyway, and this brings us to the next page, which is protect your phone. Now we have several different ways of doing so. We have face recognition, fingerprint, and PIN pattern or password. And if you're planning to use one of or two of the first ones, so face recognition or fingerprint, you will always be required to set a physical way of unlocking the device, that be PIN pattern or password. That is that if something happens to your finger or your face, you still have a way to access your device by, for instance, putting PIN pattern or password. And alternatively, you can always use a physical way of unlocking the device and are not forced into also using fingerprint or face recognition. Now for this, I will be setting it up just pattern right here. So I'm going to draw it, continue, redraw it, and that will confirm it and set it. And automatically goes further, which is, I believe, the get recommended apps apparently. No network connection, so I don't have actually anything to deselect, and this brings me to the Samsung account. Now even though I'm not connected to Wi-Fi and Google login page was completely skipped, Samsung still basically tries to get you to their spam of trash applications by logging it with your Samsung account. Now if you try to skip this, it also gives you this absolute laughable, pitiful excuse for alternative apps here, like Samsung Cloud, Bixby, or Galaxy themes. Now I consider this to be an absolute spam. I mean, Samsung is Samsung. They even have ads in their own trash applications. So as an example, if you use something like Galaxy Store, even though it's a store, when you log into it, it gives you ads right on the front page, like a pop-up ad, like it's some mobile game for a device that usually costs premium. So I hate all of these. And just for the sheer idea of them including ads in their default application, I never want to use this. And giving you also another reason for you not to use those. I'm gonna go over all of these and tell you the alternatives to them. So we have Samsung Cloud, which we have Google Cloud, which has been way longer and works way better. Then we have Bixby, again, hey Google, has been out longer, works far better than this. Galaxy Themes, obviously entire Play Store has themes, so this is kind of like saying, hey, our Galaxy Store, you can download themes from it. It's just kind of like dividing to add more content into the list. So again, nothing here. Find My Mobile, Find My Device from Google. Samsung Pass, Google doesn't have a name for it, but obviously you've probably seen those pop-ups to save password when you're logging into Google, when you're logging in somewhere. Same consensus here. Galaxy Store, again, far better alternative. Play Store. And lastly, we have Secure Folder, which this might be the only alternative to for actual good feature, because Samsung does use the Knox security, so this folder might be more secure when you put a password protection on it, but if you're not planning to use it, then there is literally no reason for you to log into this garbage. So I'm gonna skip this, and this brings me to basically the end of the setup. So we can select finish, and we should have our home screen, and there we go. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.